let's get started. Let's get it rolling. Any new thing with like Ethos, contracting and whatnot?
No, so same thing for Ethos. I know there's still confusion when it comes down to Ethos and how people request it and stuff like that. But the protocol is going to be the same. You guys, if you guys are a part of, well, everybody that's on in the agency should have access to a portal. Some people's portals have not been created yet, so those we are waiting for those to be created. However, it hasn't changed. You guys still go into your portal. You guys submit the business. Once you guys have submitted the business, then you guys reach out to me, to Joanne at Elite FFL, or yeah. Okay. And I'll go ahead and I'll submit the request for you guys. And then from there, you guys will get 2 links, one from Banner, one from Ethos and your Sure LC. And you guys submit those. And then that's how we're getting your Ethos writing numbers. But first things first, you guys do have to have business to submit in the portal on their site first. And then we can submit the carrier contracts for you guys.
How do you get a portal?
The portals were automatically created by corporate. So if you don't have a portal, then we have to request one to be made.
So once you have a portal, you can start selling already?
No. Once you have a portal, you can submit your first piece of business on there. And then.
So Ethos has multiple carriers. So what do you mean by first piece of business? So my portal, if I send someone an invite with my portal, it'll kind of like funnel with, depending on the client, their health, their age.
Yeah.
And then they sign up, right?
Yeah.
So can a client sign up with your portal if you just got a new one?
Yeah, that's what they're asking for you to be able to submit a first piece of business. So the application needs to show up in your portal.
I see.
When when corporate is sending out the links.
So yes or no, if you have a portal, can you send your portal invite to any client and they can sign up through your portal and then you get contracted?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So you can sell with just a portal without having to get the Sure,
I don't think you can sell it, right? Because like, how would you get paid if you don't sell
it? See, the thing is with Ethos, the clients fill it all out themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you have a portal and you send it to your client, then they may not know what to pay you, but Ethos can take the business then, right? And then you get your contracted. Maybe it'll load. Okay. Try it out. So we'll see how that works. If you can sell with just a portal and then let's make a mess.
I don't know. I think that they wouldn't get, I mean, like, how can I say it?
But it doesn't make sense, right? Why would you have a portal for no
it doesn't
purpose?
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense, but that's how it's done. And like, this is the only carrier that it is this way, right? Where they request for you guys to have some business showing on the portal before they submit the contracts to you guys.
Yeah, but then how do you create a business with just the portal if you can't sell? So you have to do a paper app?
No, I don't know.
Because you're saying, okay, we opened up a portal for you, right?
Yeah.
You need the first piece of business. So if I'm the agent, how do I sell my first piece of business?
How do you sell your first piece of business? How did you sell your first piece of business? You didn't.
The whole Ethos link, the purpose of Ethos is I could just send it to you, the client.
Yeah.
You can quote yourself and then it funnels you to start a new application and do it yourself.
Okay. So once once it's there, but that doesn't mean that client's application is going to go through if you don't have actual writing numbers with Ethos, right?
I think they would. That's the confusing part. I think the thing is the insurance company, I told this to one of my agents before.
Or are they issuing out? Because
insurance
that was a
companies
thing,
will always take business.
Yeah.
They just may choose not to pay you.
That's what I was going to say, because that's what I heard on the admin call, was that there was people that had submitted applications, but they're not getting paid. So if they're not getting paid, that means that
they were able to sell.
They haven't. Yeah, they're able to sell it, right? But you're not getting paid because you don't have the actual contract with them.
Right.
If that makes sense. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing with like overrides with Mutual of Omaha.
Like, they weren't getting paid, but they were submitting the contract. So they're submitting the business on the Ethos portal, but they're not getting paid because they haven't submitted the actual contract.
Okay.
For Ethos.
So I think what's happening, it sounds like it's just like a just-in-time contracting. They want a first piece of business, get the first piece of business. They will process the business. They'll get the client issued. They just won't pay you yet until you're contracted with them. Kind of like Royal Neighbors and CFG. Then makes sense. Makes sense. Because that's a lot of agents, FFL agents, to just contract out of nowhere without
without any
anything.
business. Yeah.
They can create a website real quick for nothing. But yeah, to contract you, get the app fee, because behind the scenes, like when Jack Heller was here, he was saying that that's the reason why they terminate within 1 year without pieces of business, because they're the ones that's paying for the app fees to the state to contract an agent. So
yeah,
it makes sense. So if you do have a portal, try selling with it. Let's make a mess. Let's see what happens, and then we'll get contracted. So Sean, can you hear us?
I just dropped my iPad on the ground and it smashed, so it wasn't working.
oh damn.
Nice.
Did you crack it?
It's perfectly flat, so the whole face of the iPad is it's a spider web. It's all good.
Nice. But you look good.
Happens.
We see you. So the camera's working on that end. But I was asking, what's your status with your Ethos? Because I know you were emailing with Joanne on it.
So he's
you
waiting
have a portal, or you do not?
He doesn't. He doesn't have a portal. I think he's one of the ones that they're waiting on creating his portal.
I see. Okay.
With my phone number and nothing next, but it is what it is. When it comes in, and then I'll blast it out to every single person I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have a portal yet, then?
Not yet. No.
Okay. Got it. All right. So, any other topic you want to bring up? Anybody made a comment or anything to start off before questions come up?
No, I think just a little while ago, I know George sent me a quick message asking me about the AML training.
Okay.
So let's cover where agents can go ahead and do their AML.
So starting off, when you guys, as a brand new agent, when you get an invite, right, it's requesting it on NLC for AML training.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to get access to knowledge.limra.com. You need to be sponsored by Americo and Mutual of Omaha.
Yeah.
So you can actually skip the AML training for now, get contracted. Once you have an agent number from Americo and Mutual of Omaha, then you submit an AML.
Yeah.
You can actually sell without completing your AML training. So this is going back to Ethos and like the Mutual of Omaha story earlier. The insurance company will always take business. They don't care. They just may not have to pay you right away until you are in compliance with them.
Yeah.
But if you brought them a client, the client wants to pay, they'll take that client.
Yeah.
So you can actually skip your AML. Same thing with other carriers, and then they'll say, hey, you won't get paid until you finish it.
Gotcha.
Now, second, aside from the main carriers, the 4 main carriers that we automatically have available for you to request, which is Americo through NLC, Mutual of Omaha, AIG, and John Hancock Offshore LC. You can also get contracted with Prosperity from a special invite from your upline. They have their own proprietary AML training. You do it right there with them, and then you'll get an agent number with Prosperity. And then if you request AMAM, it gets added to your Sure LC. AMAM is for American Amicable. They have their own AML as well. Okay, so all you have to do is go American Amicable, look at the username, password, username's AML, password like agent, and then you're good. Or vice versa, you're good.
Okay, so in total, there's how many? Three different AMLs, one for let's say all carriers, one for AMAM, and then one for Prosperity.
Yeah, so there's actually more than that. The confusing part where a brand new agent gets super confused, once you're on Sure LC advertises their own sponsored links for E&O. They advertise their own AML. I did that with Brian, and he's all like, dude, I haven't contracted because I'm taking my sweet time with the AML. And he was doing like 40 minutes. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to skip that. So apparently he clicked on the one on Sure LC and then started doing their AML, which is legit. It works.
Yeah.
You don't need all that.
Yeah, you don't.
So you can skip the AML. So whenever there's a question, number one thing is please read your welcome email. It's like step 5 or something.
Yeah.
Skip the AML side and then go from there. So anything is just like accreditation.
Email. Read the welcome email 17,000 times.
Right. Well, AML is anti-money laundering. It's just a quick little training about, don't take drug money, don't take money from like overseas, layering, structuring, and all that stuff. It's pretty fun. Good to know. But yeah, illegal activities, illegal money. It's pretty crazy. Like if behind the scenes, why we do that, it's like you can have like cartel money, right, from Colombia, and they need to clean the money. So they would go buy a life insurance and an annuity, spend a big fat chunk, pay with their cash with their dirty money, and then cancel the policy right after. And then they'll just get a refund. But now their refund is clean money from the insurance company.
Yeah.
Same thing with annuities if they want to put a lump sum. And then those are the red flags they talk about in AML, saying, hey, why is the client willing to take a hit, willing to get a surrender fee to cancel a policy they just got? Well, it doesn't matter to them.
Yeah.
$1 million clean to like 900,000. Now they can spend it.
Right.
So that's what the anti-money laundering is, which is behind the scenes pretty crazy with like the government and politics besides life insurance. Not to be off topic, bro. We'll open the questions up. What's a good book or video to watch on tonality? I wouldn't watch read a book on tonality because it has to be sound. But look up Brian Tracy, BranTracy. He's a sales guy. He has a lot of cool books too. He's kind of old school though, so he has like a super old accent type of guy. He's one of those. I think of like when you're in those auctions. He kind of sounded like that guy. Like he's selling a cow to you. But look him up. He's still alive, I believe. He has his own Facebook too. But look up Brian Tracy. He has a lot of sales skills. Who else? Book on tonality. Do you have any recommendations?
No, but I'm just thinking like, what are some maybe like hints or maybe like some examples or something that we can share with Sean in regards to like tonality? Where are you struggling with the tonality? Well, we can't even ask him questions. You can't answer us.
I can answer because I had a conversation with him before.
Okay. So
He was just saying that like he felt that his first instance of conversation with the client, the 10 seconds, the 30 seconds of just having the conversation, he's getting hung up on. So he's thinking, is it my tonality? Is it the way I'm saying things before I had the chance? And I sent him my list of my numbers and my hangups. It's like, yeah, I have 3 times more hangups than you. So
was it that bad?
It could be just more numbers and more dials.
He had 3 times
leads.
more than you?
I had more.
You had more?
3 times more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So at the end of it, if you get hung up on, do you have an objection for a hang up?
No.
No. So it may not even be your tonality because you have no chance, right?
Yeah.
You can't overcome someone hanging up, which is a good thing. He's calling back. That's all you can do. Yeah. So you can text. That's where the ethos will come in, is once you text saying, hey, maybe you don't want to talk to me. Maybe you don't like my voice. Here, check it out. Quote yourself, apply, see what you'd like to do. Because of course you still want to take care of the life insurance.
Yeah.
Tonality wise, I feel like with whatever script you're on, the best thing is if you're able to recite it without reading the script, but you're on point, your tonality won't change.
Yeah.
As a brand new agent, sometimes they're too focused on reading the script. Misha said something good that he was talking about to his agent. Here's how I do my script. You can read it, understand the concept, but don't read it. Just understand the picture of things.
Yeah.
So you can use your personality on it.
Yeah.
And
that makes sense. I always think that when it comes down to phone scripts, like it's always nice to see that the phone script is there, but then also like making it personable, because I don't know, anytime I've ever been given a phone script, I feel like I always end up changing it to something more personable, maybe something shorter, or just something that helps me understand like how I'm gonna be able to like tell the caller that message that I want to tell them. Right.
So there's a lot of advice about being low tone, not to be exciting, because you don't want to feel like the agent or the client on the other line feels like the agent is selling them something.
Right.
That's one side to it. You can also bring in your energy to someone having a bad day, right? Like if I came in with a better energy, but I'm not forcing them on anything, I may be able to change their perspective too.
Right.
So I would play around with it. Whatever it is, just feel whatever you're feeling or whatever your personality is and bring it there, right? If you want to be steady state, that's you. That's got to be you. But if you're like high energy and you're trying to control yourself, dude, you're going to make a mistake one way or another, right?
Yeah. And then
So
also like I feel like not every client's going to answer with the same
right.
tonality, or they're not going to answer with the same attitude. Like some people are having bad days, some people are having good days. So
Right.
like you also have to be like a chameleon and understand and like know how to read people's tonalities,
Yeah.
because then you can, persuade them whichever way is better for them to remain on the call with you.
Right. If I could throw in like a dry joke or a sarcasm in there, and then they're going to be accepting of it,
Yeah,
it breaks down the barriers of a telemarketer,
for
right?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to make a mistake, but just understand, is it well, I guess you want to qualify the client. Qualify it this way. Was it a real conversation? Okay. Did you have a chance? Meaning that you had a yes and no, they threw an objection, you had a rebuttal, or it was a dead lead to begin with, right? You can only survive a dead lead so much, or revive a dead lead so much if they said, no, I didn't fill it out. No, that's not me. No, you got the wrong guy. You have like one shot. Maybe you needed life insurance, or maybe someone else is looking for life insurance for you.
Yeah.
You have I call it the Hail Mary, right? You have one last Hail Mary, but a dead lead's a dead lead.
Yeah.
So try not to let it emotionally impact you so much. But yeah, we are going to get hung up on. We get rejected a lot. So we got to build a thick skin to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zach Todarski mentioned it. He reversed his psychology to it. And he said, when I'm making calls, I want to get the no's. I want to hit a no goal. So he said, let me get to 100 no's, because if I get enough no's, that means I have enough yeses.
Yeah, that's what he say.
So he gets excited. Just tell me no so I can tally you up. He gets excited. All right,
Like
just hang up on me.
what category
Perfect.
are you on? Like sell or a no?
Yeah. It's like, can I get more no's? All right, I'm closer to my goal. So if you reverse your psychology to it, it'll work out. However you trick yourself. Yeah. So as long as you can maintain the consistency of calling, right? However mental games you're doing in between.
Yeah.
Opening tone, how long should we pursue a lead? I know people say exhaust the lead. When's a good time to cut it out though? Okay, so when you have a lot of quantity and quality leads, dude, sometimes I forget to follow up. So just think this way, be so busy where you're always running that you don't even have time to figure out if you followed up 2 to 3 times. Because I understand, some leads, like I went through my what's it called, the conference, when I talked about some of my leads. I follow up a lot on clients I built a relationship with, especially clients that lapsed. I followed up on this one lady. She was like a $3,000 sale, or a 3-family sale.
Mhm.
And she lapsed. It was an unfortunate situation. She had a financial situation, and so I followed up. I sent her a birthday card, a Christmas card,
Yeah.
and then she signed up again, and then she lapsed again, and then I followed up, and she signed up again. So how long do you build a relationship? It depends. If there's fruit in it, yes. If they keep on picking up, they keep on following up, I would continue to follow up until you close it. But if they're not picking it up at all, 2 to 3 times, it's done. When there's a no-show, I have so for me, I go into the field, right? When I always in the field, if I got no-showed the first time, I have a 3 strikes out. Okay, so first time, okay, I'll forgive you. The second time I book, I'm gonna call you first before I come out now.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't want to drive out there for the second no-show. Okay, so I'm gonna confirm. If they confirmed or they spoke to me and I still get no-showed, I'm done with the lead. I'm not gonna give you 3 times.
Yeah.
If they no-showed again on the second time, or they rescheduled, I would do one more follow-up. But at least I knew I didn't have to go out there.
Yeah.
But the third time, I'm gonna call. If they don't even pick up, if they don't confirm, I'm not even going anymore.
Yeah.
So play with it, because now we're running through a lot of numbers, right? Because you're calling, you're dialing, you have multiple call tools, you have your turbo text, you have a lot of clients. Dude, sometimes the lead is only like $1.50.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to move on from your lead at some point. So
yeah. So you just determined if you have a better structure, what's cool about call tools is it'll tell you, it'll systemize things. Here's a follow-up. Here's someone to follow up with. But here's where it's really good, where there's more fruit into the leads. Once you start building a team, you can give your older leads to your old team members that's licensed in that state. Let them have a run at it. So you may have forgot to follow up. you might have had a client that was thinking about it and then they just forgot about it, but it'll sound like a brand new lead to someone else. So there's power into that, as long as they're licensed in the state. Those were my 2 for today. Glad we
Those were
helped.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. So continue to follow up with your leads as much as you can. But yeah, one big mistake new agents do make is they feel like they have to exhaust their entire lead batch because they didn't get enough of their money out of it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you will just get a bad lead batch, right? So you just have to also have a system. You're calling on that day. You're also buying on that week. So you continue to buy more leads.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm using H Lead Store. I buy 500 leads. They're $1.50 each. I spend about $750.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm able to do 20 to 25 appointments a week on it. So now I'm looking at it. Do I want to buy more leads to try to up it 25 to 40 leads? Because I do have a lot of no-shows. Some are phone appointments. They don't pick up.
Yeah.
So there's more time to be scheduled. So as long as you consider like, how busy am I? How much of my dead space am I having? Then you tweak that. You recalibrate. Do I need to buy more leads? Do I need to restructure, reconfirm, solidify the phone appointments or the in-person appointments more? And then also, once you're making some sales, you start figuring out, okay, how do I expand on the sales? Am I asking enough referrals? Am I turning one sale into 2 to 3 sales for more referrals from there? So start thinking about your business, and then more in a way, the way you want to ask the question is, how can I improve, right? What could I have done better? So as long as you have that mentality, you get to figure and tweak things out. It's an experimental type of system. Yeah. So just don't think, oh, I don't want to buy more leads. I bought some, dude. It's always easier because there's more low hanging fruit in the new leads than the old one, and then you continue to follow up. Yeah. Walford, you there? We have some time if you have any questions.
What do you recommend about that new lead system, the one where we just put in information and the leads come to us?
Are you talking about the CRM campaign?
Yes.
Yeah. What's your specific question on it?
Do you recommend that?
Oh, it's up to you. Yeah. Any lead system works. So the way that works, you can actually tell the CRM, and then I haven't done it yet. I haven't experimented on it yet. But you can decide how many leads you want it coming in. But the great part about that, if you run the campaign, you can up whatever territory you're in. So this is the issue where some agents, they're in the boondocks, they're in the middle of nowhere, and they're not getting enough lead flow from it. But now, since you're asking for a campaign specifically for your area, they can target market that for you and fulfill your order because they know someone's going to buy it, right? Because what happens is there's an algo in it. If one location is not being bought enough, they're going to lower the marketing in that area.
Yeah.
So it just depends. As long as you're able to contact them immediately, because what happens too is that's a specific market campaign for you. So it doesn't go into the CRM. It goes directly to your CRM because you're going to get charged on it automatically. So that's one good way to get like higher quality leads. But you also got to be able to work it immediately as soon as they come into your.
Do they also,
CRM.
is that the one that they are like automatically drafted?
Out of his account, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I believe that I've heard them mention that on campaigns like that, sometimes like when it's the newer agents, they don't always have like the funds to continue on the campaign. So then they advise that if you guys are hopping on those campaigns, that you guys do make sure that you guys do have like the funds available to continue to run those campaigns for you guys.
I'm not too sure about the minimums on it. Is it like minimum 10 a week, 10 a month?
I think so. I don't know if there's a minimum on it.
Okay. Yeah. So I would do it once you have a lead flow, like multiple lead sources and lead flow and diversified lead flow. For now, I mean, in your area, I believe there's going to be enough leads for you to just buy when you're calling and dialing.
From the CRM.
Yeah.
Where is he located?
Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you tried any of the other leads from Integrity Lead Center or no? From the lead center?
Yeah, I've tried. Right now I'm having success with Spanish leads. I've been running those right now.
Spanish?
Cool. Yeah,
you speak
yeah.
Spanish?
Yeah,
Walford?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Oh shoot, dude, you should
Yeah.
be killing it. Yeah, I didn't even know
So,
that.
That's
so
good. Well, talk to us about the Spanish leads. What is that like?
I don't know if because it's my native language, but I'm more confident
Yeah.
on the phone. So I'm able to connect with people easily. So it's more of a personal thing with them, and they trust me more to just
Yes.
book and set appointments with them.
Oh, nice.
So that I feel that's the difference I've learned with from English prospect to Spanish prospects. Those are the two different things.
Yes. So
Cool.
okay, you have a niche now, right? So look at
Yeah.
it from your business. All right. So I'm really good at the Puerto Rican market. Now think of it this way: how can I expand my business into the Puerto Rican market?
Or into like the Spanish speaking market.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So think
Yeah,
about
that's
referral.
going
Think
good.
outside the box with it. So here's an idea. Some people have done
Yeah.
this. They would rent out like a swap meet booth for like $50. Set up shop on the weekend for like 2 to 3 hours
Literally.
and saying, hey, Head Starts, mutual, bunch of flyers, Mutual of Omaha, life insurance here. Learn about our business. So sometimes there's some hustlers walking down the street saying, hey, I can sell life insurance,
Yeah.
and then put them on high comps. So think that way. Think about the market. You know, if you sold a Puerto Rican family, see who you can sell from their uncles, aunts, moms, dads.
Yeah.
You have an in right there.
Asking for referrals. All
Yeah.
the time.
So right now I'm working with this dad, and he has like 8 kids, and he wants to get insured
wow.
for all of his 8 kids. They're grown. So I've been
Nice.
working on that for like a week now. It's just hard to get all
Yes.
8 in the same house
Don't.
Yeah.
or on the phone.
Yeah, so don't
You
do
don't need
all
them
8
all
at a
8 at
time
the-
because
yeah.
you have to individualize each one anyways.
Yeah.
So book an
Exactly.
appointment with one at a time. So what's the
Okay.
situation though? Is the dad gonna buy it for them or the kids are gonna pay?
Yeah, so the dad wants to pay for it, but he wants each one of them to have insurance.
Mm. But are they married though if they're adults?
No, they're like in their 20s.
I see.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have to do it individuals anyways, but what I would say is have the dad get ready and ask for all their information. Send the dad like, okay, we need their full names, a copy of their ID, social, birthdays, beneficiaries, and then he'll be the payor. An email. So you can do an email signature and then the dad will be the owner for it.
Okay.
Yeah, make it easy on yourself. So you can meet with them. If it's an in-person, then you just meet with the dad and you start doing the application and send emails.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then if they're grown, they're adults. If they have, a spouse, then that's where you get the referral from the spouse. And then from the spouse, if they're the same, same race, Puerto Rican, then there you go. Now you get the spouse's parents and their siblings. Think big. Expand your influence.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. I've been working on my referrals game a lot too.
There you go.
Like this person, he's a client of mine, an old client of mine that I wrote already.
Okay. Also, here's for a referral idea. I don't know why. Maybe I got lazy. I stopped doing it. But I would, once I make a sale, I would go back to the office and I have a thank you card. You could buy them, eVista. You can buy them on Target, whatever. It's a card, put a little stamp. And here's what I put in it. Hey, Walford, it was a pleasure meeting with you and your family. Thank you for allowing me to help you with your life insurance needs. And at the last line, I say, if you have any questions or know anyone else that needs life insurance, please don't hesitate to give me a call. And I insert a couple of business cards in there. Okay, I learned that from one of our top producers from our old company. You just send that out and it's handwritten. So they'll either text you back. So that solidifies the sale.
Yeah.
They text you back and say, hey, thanks, I got the business card. The thank you card. Or they'll call back and say, hey, you know what? My sister needs life insurance. It's a soft question to ask for more referrals, but also solidifies your sale from there.
Yeah.
And then once you have your relationships with those individuals, feel free, when you do your Christmas card, send them out one. Keeps the contact going, and then future sales can come out.
That sounds good. I might try that.
Yeah, try it. It'll cost you like $30, $50 for those like 50 cards and then thank you cards and some stamps. Doesn't hurt.
Okay.
And then you might possibly get like, a big old sale out of it, $200, $300 sale, right? Also,
Or if it's another Puerto Rican family,
there
maybe
you
another
go.
10.
Puerto Rican families are big,
Oh, I know.
right?
Yeah, I got like 17 cousins, so.
There you go. So you should be starting with your cousins and their cousins. Do you know how controlled business work?
Excuse me?
Do you know what controlled business is?
No.
Let me explain. So controlled business in the insurance industry is within your immediate family, husband, wife, kids, and parents. That's called controlled business. Usually the insurance company does not pay you for controlled business. They pay you as earned, meaning that they don't give you an advance. They only pay you when the client pays. So if you wrote yourself up, you only get, if I wrote myself up $100 a month, I get paid by the company my commission per month that I pay into the policy. So the reason why I say that is cousins, in-laws, uncles, aunts, and grandparents are typically outside of the controlled business. So if you write your cousin up, you get paid on it. So you can write cousins and cousins left and right, and then you're their primary life insurance man.
Okay.
And then
you're giving me ideas now. I'm writing them.
And then you expand your circle of influence. Okay. Also, when it comes down to referrals per state, there's a cost amount of max rebating. It's illegal to rebate in the life insurance industry. You know what rebating is?
No.
Okay, so rebating means, Joe, I'm going to sign you up for life insurance.
Okay.
You don't got to pay for it. I'll give you the money for it. And then I get commission on it. So that's called the rebating. It's illegal. You can't sign someone up and use your money to pay for their premium so you can get advance on it. It's totally legal. So in like real estate, they can have a high rebating amount. Like I could sell you a house and then I can't give you cash, but I could buy you a couch. I could buy you like a laundry machine,
Yeah.
which is like 300, 500, 2,000 sometimes, right? Because there's a big commission on the house.
Yeah.
So in life insurance, specifically for our state, our max gifting is like $25. So that's it. So, but when it comes down to your family, you tell them, hey, if you know anyone from your work that needs life insurance, send it my way. You'll have a nice birthday gift, right? If it's friends or family members. So I do that with my nurse family members. They have a lot of nurse friends and coworkers. So they're great. They make great income, but they're not so savvy with their financials. I get to help them out. They get to get helped out.
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation. So think about it that way too. And who can refer you business that knows somebody? You just got to be able to answer the question of what's in it for them. They're not going to throw you referrals if they get nothing out of it. Bless you. I don't know. What was that? It's like a yell.
That's fact.
That's good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So think about that. You have a lot of people you know, man.
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to like really focus on my community around me on that aspect.
Right. So think about your church. If you have like a Hispanic swap meets out there, people like in the Hispanic community, they would rather, instead of filling forms out, they would rather buy it from someone they know. They know somebody's cousin that does this. Be that guy. We're good. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Let me know if you guys have any more questions. Sam will have this posted on YouTube. He'll put a little reminder on Instagram, and then feel free to just comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. Yoel will post it. Maybe Yoel, maybe Sam. But yeah, thanks for joining us.
Right,
We'll see you guys next week.